Hey guys, welcome to the video. Hopefully you can see this scroll up here on the whiteboard. And this is why I'm saying do low intensity exercise as building this aerobic base. If you don't have this aerobic base, the energy you use at less will be muted a little bit. So we've got two people here. One person's got a poor aerobic base and this person's got a good aerobic base. They're clones. They're the same person, just one person's been training and one person's been sitting on the couch. So they have the exact same muscle mass, although the person with does the low intensity training will generally have a higher muscle mass. But we'll just make this fair. So their RMR, their resting metabolic rate, the amount of energy they would burn just sitting on the sofa all day is exactly the same. Because they eat the exact same diet, their thermal effect of food is the exact same. However, when things start to differ is our activity calories, the calories we use when we're moving. So EAT is exercise activity thermogenesis. That's the amount of energy used during exercise. If someone has a better aerobic base, they will generally be able to produce more energy in exercise. So let's say we get both these clones on a bike and we give them 20 minutes and we want them to do zone 2 work. Even higher, it doesn't matter, but let's just say zone 2 work. This person here is holding 60 watts. So they're gonna hold 60 watts continuously because that's the maximum they can do in zone 2 for 20 minutes. This person here is holding 120 watts. They're producing twice the amount of power, therefore they will burn more calories in the same time. If they were out on the road, this person would travel a further distance. If it was a race, this person would win. Hermann Posner, who sort of argues that exercise isn't important, or is important, but it's not important in burning calories, states that you must meet the minimum exercise for your species. And most of us don't. So he studied the Hadza in Africa, and these guys were just walking and moving constantly. And if you tested their exercise and their NEAT and their zone 2, I bet they would be super, super high, and I bet their sleep would be fantastic because they're going to bed super tired and they're also not on their phones. So exercise activity thermogenesis, this clone would win, clone 2 would win. Then we come to NEAT. NEAT is the biggest component of or the biggest variable in our exercise, and it means non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which just means like moving your hands, fidgeting, talking. It now kind of includes things like, you know, choosing to walk to the shops rather than take your car, although that'd be exercise, but it doesn't really matter. This all just lumps with activity. So I look at NEAT as unconscious exercise, as movement that you don't choose to do. So if someone is lazy, they're not choosing to do exercise, or their body is just gone into this hibernation state. And I see this more often than not. People will complain that they're lazy, or they'll see them leaning up against walls, or see them resting really hard between sets. Normally when they have a poor aerobic function, and building this aerobic base isn't that hard to do. It's just time consuming, just takes a little bit of time. We should have built it as kids, but lots of us don't. So clone 2 will just burn more calories in NEAT, will just burn more calories in the day because their aerobic engine is hard. So if both of these people had to go up a flight of stairs in a supermarket, this person will start dipping into the carb stores because the energy needed will just be too high for the aerobic base, so not moving into fat. Then that'll put the blood sugar all along, and then when they get to the top of the stairs, they see a sweetie trolley and they have to go buy a sweetie. So this person will generally eat more and move less, which is what we don't want. And this person is in line with their human mechanism of how we're meant to be. So their NEAT will be higher, they just nip up the stairs, stay in a fat burning mode because it's really not hard for them to do. They don't get that craving at the top of the stairs, so they just say no to the sweetie trolley and they move on. And then we have our total daily energy expenditure. This person, I just made up these numbers, but this person is 1,500 for the end of the day. If they eat more than that, they'll gain weight. If they eat less than that, they'll lose weight. And this is the kind of law of thermodynamics and the calories in, calories out. And this is why, although that's important, building your aerobic base will really help you when you go on a diet. So this person's total daily energy expenditure is 2,300, which is a far better place to diet from, 2,300, than this place. As you diet, some of this just comes down because you're tired, but if your NEAT drops by this much when you diet, this person can afford to lose some NEAT and still have a higher calorie output than this person. So building your aerobic base will help you meet the minimum requirements for your species and will make dieting and becoming in alignment with who you are and what you are as a species moving forward. Also having that aerobic base is the bottom of your pyramid, make your strength work better, make your metcons better, make everything better, but you still have to train those components of fitness. So the low intensity isn't the be all and end all, it's just the base, and you need to build the base so you can build the peak. Thanks for watching.